Okay, so welcome to this tutorial where I'm going to show you how fast you can come from Surface Go out of the box. So I literally just took this Surface out of the box and turned the power on. So this is the first welcome screen that you see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this timer that I have here and to let you know how fast a user can actually get into Windows and start being productive. So let me just talk a little bit about the setup before I start. So this Surface comes clean straight out of the box with Windows Pro operating system already installed. I'm going to log in with my work account. My work account has a two-factor auth, so I might be prompted on my phone here to actually enter my two-factor auth. So that might take a couple of seconds extra. Other than that, I'm going to actually be typing on the Surface, so this will be a very realistic setup of how long it will actually take for a student to unwrap this device in the classroom and get going. So I hope you can see everything okay now. It's a bit blurry behind here, but that's okay. You don't need to see the details that sharp. I'm going to start the watch now and select language. And it's going to start setting up and getting ready.
Hi there. I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help.
Let's make it quiet.
A little sign-in.
So the reason why I'm quieting this now is because I chose English. If you chose Norwegian or any other language, you wouldn't have had this Cortana screen with Cortana telling you what to do. So for a Norwegian language setting, this wouldn't be applicable. But yes, I'm not going to use my voice to do anything now, and Cortana is still talking. So I'm just going to let Cortana finish the talking, and then I'm going to start doing what needs to be done. Okay, so it's the keyboard setup, and I want Norwegian, and let's see if where I can find Norwegian. Again, taking my time, making this look very realistic. Here we go, Norway, yes. And let's see if I can find a Norwegian keyboard layout as well. So previous screen I set the region to Norway, and now I'm going to set the keyboard to Norway as well. And nope, I don't want to add a second layout. And I'm going to connect to the guest network. And you see the guest network here, it actually requires you to log on. So it's going to take you to that screen, and I'm going to log on with my corporate credentials. So if this was Feide, for example, it will take you to the Feide screen. So you can hear me typing here on the keyboard. And I'm going to type in my password. All right. So now it's going to also prompt me for a two-factor auth. So I need to have my phone available with me to actually be able to sign in. So of course this is the phone here with the stopwatch. And I need to approve it. And I'm going to lift up my phone while I approve with my PIN. There. So I approve with my PIN. I'm going to put the timer back here. And I'm logged in. So I spent actually a couple seconds, maybe I spent like around a minute just logging in because I had ADFS set up, and or we have ADFS set up, and it takes us to a different sign-in provider. If you have an open Wi-Fi with just a password and username, it will go way faster. But not everyone has that. Some has this kind of login, and some other people have tokens or username and password. So it's different for everyone, but this should give you a realistic measurement of how long it will actually take. So we're at soon at the 4-minute mark, and we just signed on the network, and we still have to sign on to the computer. So that's going to happen next. And it asks me if I want to set it for personal use. So that's a Microsoft account, so a personal account like Hotmail, Outlook.com, and the latter one here is for business. So that's Office 365 or Azure AD if you don't have that. So I'm going to have to type in my email. And my password again. And it's going to ask me for my signing credentials through my two-factor auth. So I'm going to have to lift up the phone again. All right. Perfect. So now we sign into the machine. Now it's actually going to start churning in the background and setting up my account and making sure the device is connected to my corporate network and has all the policies applied to it through Intune. So we use Intune at our workplace to set up the machines. And asks me if I want to do speech recognition, and sure, I'll accept that. And I'll allow the geolocation, and I'll turn on Find My Device. And I'll send full diagnostic data to Microsoft because I'm a generous person. And I want to support inking. And I want to get tailored data. And advertising ID, so I don't see things that are not relevant to me. So what you see here, it's out of the box. You can actually tailor the image that you put on the device to remove some of these screens. You can tailor it with a USB key that has a provisioning package attached to it, or you can clean the machine with image. Now, I do not recommend cleaning the machine with your own image. Actually, I would highly recommend not doing that because this image is tailored to the Surface Go. So if you put your own image in here, most likely you will not get the performance that Microsoft has been able to get out of this device by putting the image they have and all the settings they have put on this image that comes with the device. So do not flash the machine with your own device if you don't have to. Now it's going to ask me to set up my facial ID. So this is the hello camera that you have up here. And this is fine. I am going to skip it for now. I can do that later, just because I want to get into Windows quicker. And I need to set up a PIN. That's something I have to do. That's a corporate policy. And I'm going to set up a new PIN. You can actually, if you want to, turn that off. So, and that's something you turn off in Intune, so that doesn't have anything to do with the device itself. And that's it, I'm done. I'm ready to use the machine. We spent now 7 minutes and we spent a lot of time logging onto the network. We clicked a little bit. I typed in my email. So this should give you a fairly good estimation of how long it actually takes to set up the Surface Go in the classroom. And as you see, less than 10 minutes. And that is pretty good. That is pretty good. And if we tailor this process, maybe we use a provisioning package to remove some of the steps that you see here, we could do this even faster. But out of the box, under 10 minutes, it's pretty good. And we're ready now to use the web. We can browse. You can use Office 365 online. You can start downloading applications. But again, most importantly, the web is working. You can go to office365.com and you can start working on your documents in the browser while you wait for Office to download. There will be some apps that are pre-installed here, like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, whatnot. So you can already start using them. They come with the Surface image. Other than that, you see some arrows that goes down here. That's apps that needs to be preloaded into the machine. They're going to come after a little while. So thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you want more videos like this. This has been the Surface Go boot up, and hope to see you again.